We're back at IEM Katowice, and this time we have RobbaN from FaZe, the new coach of FaZe, kind of new at least. Like I've heard that you've been with the team for a month or so. But before we even get to FaZe, before we even get to too much of CS:GO, how have you even started with CS:GO? How was it playing out towards the beginning when CS 1.6 was kind of on the fall and CS:GO was on the rise?
Well, I kind of played the beta quite a lot actually, and the reason I quit is because I really didn't like the game when it came out. It was boring, and I've been playing for a really long time 1.6, and I just felt I needed a break from everything. And then I started a new work, like a new lifestyle completely. Then I hurt my back, and I got home injured for 2-3 months. And I started to play. I was thinking, what should I do now? So I just started to play some CS:GO and got in contact with some old people and just enjoyed the game, to be honest.
So when you stopped playing 1.6, have you ever considered, even despite the game looking pretty rough at the start, have you ever considered coming back to CS to play full time?
Well, no, I didn't actually even think about CS like the first 1.5 year when I quit. It felt good to do something else for a while, and it was in the end, like the last year, I would say, I started to think more about CS. I started to watch it again. I started to get the heart back for the gaming and for the competing, and I missed it a lot actually.
So what about like how the game changed? Like you said that towards the beginning you didn't really like it. How has it changed from then? Like what do you like now about the game?
Well, everything is so much better now. It's the game itself. It's much more better. It was so many bugs in the start, and the recall. Everything was kind of weird. Just to play the game and be in game felt wrong for me. Now the game is really good, and it's many teams competing. Everything is so much more fun now. So I'm really glad to be back.
All right, so going over to FaZe, when did they even contact you? Like, how long has this been in the works?
Well, I've been talking with Michael Eller, from time to time in the last 6-7 months. I was close getting involved with them even earlier than I did. In the end, now they just needed an in-game leader. I've been practicing and playing with the team for about a month now. We had a boot camp in Oslo, and things just got rolling from there.
So obviously you have led your teams in 1.6, at least some of them. SK comes to mind, obviously, and it was kind of an individualistic team, and FaZe is kind of the same way. They are very individualistic, very skilled, and does it differ at all, like the leading style that you have now in CS:GO?
It's a good question. I think it's kind of similar. The place I'm still trying to find the right way to use the players I have to work with. We have some problems with communication sometimes, and the team play. It's our weakest part right now. That I'm really trying to work with the guys, to start communicating the team play. But the styles I'm used to play, it's very similar to the one we're using right now. I think in some time we can be a really strong team.
So not playing too much CS:GO, only like a couple of months, as you said, is it hard for you to accommodate to the differences that are in CS:GO compared to 1.6 in terms of leading?
In terms of leading, I don't think it's a big difference, but the meta is completely changed now. It's much faster game. It's just much faster, and it's hard for being a coach when you need to play a fast game. That's why I'm like in the between playing fast and slow. It's hard, because if you play fast, it's getting easy, chaotic, and everyone likes to run and take duels. But if you play slow, you get much more focus on the game, and it's much more easy to do tactics when you play slow. So it's a hard feeling because the guys like to play pretty fast sometimes, So we have to find a good play style for us, and we're still working on that.
So touching on IEM Katowice itself, you guys are at 2-2 right now, so it's kind of going to come down to the last game that you have against Virtus.pro. What can you tell us about the matches that you had so far? Obviously, Astralis, there was a lot of issues there were a lot of 2-on-3s, 2-on-4s. What can you tell us about the issues that the team has had, and maybe what you are doing right instead?
Well, I think we started out pretty good. we got a 65 against E-Frag on Cash, and we had a really good start. We just played very good. Tempo Storm was closer. We did a bad CT half, but we picked up ST. We did quite good. We should have won it before overtime. I feel they had a low buy in the last round that we kind of throw away. Small mistakes. But I'm glad we won that game because it felt like wasn't worth it, kind of, because we did so many, small mistakes that ended up bad for us. Although when we played Envy, it felt good, to be honest. It was a close game. We could have won it. There was some close rounds in the end of the game that kind of didn't go our way. So, but against Astral, what can I say? They played perfect T-side on Inferno, and Inferno City is a side that we have been working. We changed some positions, we tried to do stuff. I think we just kind of freezed as City now. We had a bad start. They won the first weapon round. We had eco. We did a one low buy. Then nothing worked for us as City. So now we have Virtus Pro to look forward to. I think it's going to be a good game. I mean, we're still in Poland, so they're pretty usually good, but they haven't been that great now. They haven't played that great. So we'll see. It's going to be a fun game to play for sure. I've been competing against these guys for a long time, so it's going to be nice to somewhat compete against them again.
Oh yeah, that's going to be very interesting. A lot of old names up against each other, even though you're kind of behind the team, as well as Cuban actually. So it's kind of you up against Cuban now, as pretty much as the old days. It's still could get very interesting. The group, there's a lot of possibilities of three-way ties and stuff like that. It's still quite early to tell. But again, you and Virtus Pro is probably going to. A lot of it will come down to it. I guess that's pretty much it, unless you have anything else to add.
No, thank you guys very much for listening to me, and hopefully we'll see a good game for us against Virtus Pro.
All right, hopefully we will. We're going to come back from IEM Katowice with another interview from Group B, so stay tuned.